Hello students, welcome for the lecture on spectroscopy. Here the spectroscopy, it is our second unit of paper number 11, physical chemistry. And up till now we have seen in the spectroscopy introductory part, that means what is spectroscopy and what is the electromagnetic radiation, different regions of the electromagnetic radiation. Then you have learned the rotational spectra of diatomic molecule, that is for a rigid rotor model. Then the concept of moment of inertia. Then the energy level diagram for rigid rotator. Then the intensity of spectral lines, selection rule, determination of bond length, and isotopic effects. And in detail, you have studied the microwave oven construction and its working. In the microwave spectroscopy, that is the rotational spectra of diatomic molecule. Then the second point of the spectroscopy, that is the vibrational spectra of diatomic molecules. And in the vibrational spectra you have studied the simple harmonic oscillator model, vibrational energies of diatomic molecules, determination of force constant, then anharmonic oscillator and overtone transitions. And after this, you are going to study the next point, that is the Raman spectroscopy. And remember that the Raman spectroscopy is quite different from absorption spectroscopy, and it studies the light scattered by a sample rather than light absorbed or emitted. And the basic or fundamental equation of rotational spectra and vibrational spectra, it is the absorption or emission of light. And the Raman spectroscopy, it is related with the scattering of light radiation. Here Raman spectroscopy is quite different from absorption spectroscopy because it studies light scattered by a sample rather than light absorbed or emitted. That means when a beam of monochromatic light is passed through either solid sample, liquid sample, or gaseous substance, incident light is scattered. If the scattered light has the same frequencies as that of the incident light, then it is referred as the Rayleigh scattering or elastic scattering. Then we will see in a brief what is the difference between Raman spectroscopy and infrared spectroscopy or vibrational spectroscopy. Here, Raman spectroscopy occurs due to scattering of light by the vibrational molecules, and the infrared or vibrational spectroscopy, it is related with the absorption of light radiation by vibrating molecules. Then the vibration is Raman active if it causes a change in polarizability, and vibration is IR active when there is a induced dipole moment. Then the third difference between Raman spectra and infrared spectra, here it is, the molecule need not possess a permanent dipole moment, and here this is the basic requirement. That means the molecule must have a permanent dipole moment. Then water can be used as a solvent, and in IR spectroscopy water cannot be used as a solvent. Then sample preparation is not very elaborate. It can be easy, and here it is, sample preparation is quite difficult one. and I mean it is not for your study. Then Raman spectra gives an indication of covalent character in the molecule, and here IR spectra, it gives the indication of ionic characters in the molecule. Then we will see the introductory part regarding the Raman spectroscopy. Here, Raman spectroscopy was discovered by Dr. C.P. Raman in 1928. It is the spectroscopic technique used to observe vibration, rotations, and other low frequency modes in the molecules. Then, the Raman spectroscopy is commonly used in chemistry to provide a fingerprint region by which molecules can be identified. When the radiation passes through the transparent medium, then the light present is get scattered a fraction of the beam in all directions. Raman scattering result from the same type of quantities, and they are associated with the IR spectra. The difference in wavelength in between the incident and scattered visible radiation corresponds to wavelength in mid IR region. Then, when monochromatic radiation is incident upon the sample, the light will interact with the sample in some manner, and it may be absorbed or it may be scattered in some manner. And it is the scattering of the radiation that occurs which gives information about the molecular structure. Remember, here the Raman spectroscopy, it is related with the when a light is incident on a matter, either that matter it is in a solid state, liquid state, or gaseous state, the scattering of light takes place. Here, the Raman is based on scattering of incident light. The sample is irradiated with the source, that means light radiation, typically a lasers. Most of the radiation is elastically scattered, and that means the incident radiation and scattered radiation, they have the same frequency, and such scattering is called as elastic scattering. And this scattering, it is found by the scientist Rayleigh, so it is also called as Rayleigh scattering. A small portion is inelastically scattered, that means it is shown by the scientist Raman, so it is called as Raman shift. Here, the scattered light, it may have other frequencies, either that light it have a greater frequency or less frequency. That means different frequencies other than incident light, and it is shown by the scientist Raman. So, it is also called as Raman scattering, and these lines are called as the Stokes lines and anti-Stokes lines. That means the lights with greater frequency, they are called as anti-Stokes lines, and the lines with less frequency, these are called as Stokes lines. Here the emitted radiation is of three types, and these lights are called as Stokes scattering, anti-Stokes scattering, and Rayleigh scattering. Here, suppose here we have vibrational energy level, that is phi is equal to 0, and this is our vibrational level phi is equal to 1, and this is the excited state vibrational level. Due to the absorption of H nu, that means energy H nu by a molecule, that molecule it get transferred from ground state to excited state, and This is the absorption of light. Here, instead of absorption, we get a scattering of radiation, and the scattered light, it has either greater frequency or lower frequency. And if the scattered light, it has less frequency than the incident light, that scattering is called as Stokes scattering. And here the scattered lights with greater frequency than incident light, that scattering is called as anti-Stokes scattering. Remember, the when the incident light and scattered light, it has same frequency, we get Rayleigh lines or elastic scattering. When the frequencies are less, we get Stokes lines, and when the frequencies are greater than the frequency of incident radiation, that lines are called as anti-Stokes lines. Then the instrumentation of Raman spectroscopy. Here it is a sample, then here it is a source of light, usually laser, and the light, it is incident on a sample at a right angle. Then the scattered light, it is determined here with the wavelength selector. Then here it is a radiation transducer, and here it is a frequency measurement unit, and it measures whether the scattered light, it is with Stokes or anti-Stokes or Rayleigh lines. Then the explanation of the Raman spectroscopy with the help of quantum theory. You know, here a rotating molecule, due to absorption of light radiation, a molecule has a same frequency here, and these lines are more intense. That lines are Rayleigh lines or elastic scattering, and the anti-Stokes lines, these lines are the lines with greater frequency than the frequency of incident light, and the Stokes lines, these are the lines with scattered light, it has less frequency than the frequency of incident light radiation. This is the diagrammatic representation of Rayleigh lines, the same frequency as that of absorbed and scattered. Here less frequency, that means the absorbed radiation, it has greater frequency than scattered. These lines are Stokes lines, and here the frequency is greater than the incident radiation. That lines are anti-Stokes lines. Here this is the Rayleigh line or Rayleigh scattering. Incident radiation and scattered radiation both have same frequency. Here it is Stokes or Raman scattering. Here the incident radiation, it has a greater frequency than the scattered radiation with less frequency, and here it is scattered radiation has greater frequency than the incident, and the difference between frequency of scattered radiation and incident radiation, it is called as Raman shift. And next time we will see the concept of polarizability, how the polarization affects the scattering of light radiation. Thank you.